Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Darkmoon Faire event has now happened twice in Warcraft Rumble, and I have to say this has been a breath of fresh air for the game. I really have enjoyed this event. And in this video I'm going to put together all of my thoughts about the event, the good and the bad, and what could be improved. Overall, I think this is a great event. It has been a lot of fun. There are some improvements that really should be done, but those would actually be quite minor, and with fairly minor improvements, this event could be awesome. So first of all, the good parts about Darkmoon Faire. Darkmoon Faire is a guild-based activity. You earn tickets in order to get rewards. Everyone in your guild, when they earn tickets, you also get tickets. So it's guild-based activity. My guild, there's been more talk in my guild. Hey, we talk about these tickets and stuff. So finally makes guilds more relevant in the game, and that's awesome. Also, together with Blinktrons Bounties, which is the solo event that it rotates with, this has almost doubled the weekly income of coins for players. And I mean, doubling your income, that's obviously a really big deal. Warcraft Rumble, I mean, it's awesome if you start Warcraft Rumble now. You don't have to grind nearly as hard. Even the experience completely free to play is better than the experience used to be together with the booster, or at least it's very close to the booster experience. Booster of course also gives you sometimes additional one-time gold, which you don't get as a free-to-play player, but still, this is now pretty good. Also, Chaos Chest for the first week of the Darkmoon Faire, the modifier to the quests that had just crazy stuff happening. Those were extremely well received. I've heard almost everyone praise them, but not everyone. There's always some people who don't enjoy it, and also they are quite chaotic, so I don't know how much I would have enjoyed it if they were a permanent feature. But as a week-long feature, I was definitely left craving for more, like, hey, I'm ready for them to come back. Then the second Darkmoon Faire had daily modifiers instead, which were not nearly as well received, but I think that was largely to do with the modifiers themselves, because we had stuff like rocket towers, dragon towers. It's a little bit boring. Then we had tag team. Tag team is my favorite so far, where we suddenly had double leaders. That was a little bit of Chaos Chest-like, so I like that one a lot. I think daily modifiers could work if they just put a little bit of more thought into making sure that each modifier is actually a lot of fun and maybe a little bit more different than the regular gameplay. Then I have a number of ideas on how to make Darkmoon Faire even better. I mean, in the length of this video, the ideas on how to make this better are going to be longer than the amount of time that I spent praising it, but make no mistake, the event is already pretty good. So first of all, there have been some issues with the challenges. Some of the challenges are pretty difficult, like win a dungeon battle with 3 unique leaders. If you have really pushed up your dungeons, you might struggle with that. Claim a sigil, well, claim a sigil especially because it has been a little bit bugged and it has appeared for some people who are already at max sigils and they just can't do it. So those are potentially 2 most difficult challenges. There might be others that you don't really enjoy, like for example playing PvP battles as a daily quest if you just don't want to PvP. And this would actually be pretty easy to fix. Well, pretty easy. Development might not be as easy, but conceptually this could pretty much be fixed by adding a reroll option. Hearthstone, for example, has a pretty good reroll functionality. You can reroll the type of content once per day, so you can roll daily quests, reroll them once per day. Weekly quests, you can reroll them once per day. If we had similar here, so we'd reroll a daily quest, 1 of them per day. If we could reroll the weekly challenge once per day, then you could reroll it until you get something that you like. And then even if they in the future introduce some other challenges, and some of those challenges turn out to be really bad, then if you have the reroll option, then you're basically almost saved already, because a single bad one can always be overcome. If there's multiple bad ones, yeah, you can reroll from one bad one to another, so then you might still be out of luck, but it would still be just great quality of life feature and would also allow them more room for experimentation with the challenges. So I think the reroll functionality is something that the game would really need. I already touched upon the Chaos Chests and the quest modifiers. Chaos Chests are chaotic, so I'm happy that they're not there all the time. I would probably get a little bit numb about them if they were just the whole time quests were just pure chaos, but I definitely was left craving for more. Daily modifiers, they just have to be fun. More effort on the fun side, please. Just not like rocket towers, because rocket towers are not fun. They just really aren't that much fun. Also, there was no in-game explanation of the current modifier anywhere, so you had to go in, then you quickly saw the name, and then you would have to figure it out on your own. So obviously some kind of explanation, okay, what is going on, and that within the game would be more than welcome. Another thing that really affects people unevenly is choosing your rewards, because people can complete challenges up to the last minute that fair is up. And also the last minute fair is up is the last minute that you have to choose your rewards. Someone completes a challenge right at the very end. If you're not online when the fair is ending, then you just might miss out on claiming some rewards. So that's not a lot of fun. Obviously, some guilds do this very early on and pick everything very early on. Some guilds have people who do them early, do them late. Some people cannot log in when fair is going to end. Some people have no problem with that. So affects players very unevenly. But this could all be mitigated by adding a period of time when you can choose your rewards after the fair has ended, after you can no longer earn more tickets. Let's say, for example, 24 hours, that there would be another tab at the fair, and that would show you the previous fair, 24 hours to choose your rewards. That would be enough, then nobody has to worry. If it's 24 hours, well, then it's a full day, so people should be able to log in just to pick their rewards during that time. Obviously, someone might still miss exactly that day, but yeah, there's always something, but this would still mitigate the vast majority of issues with this. Then there's earning the tickets themselves. In theory, there's a cap of 46,500 tickets per fair, because each person in a guild can earn 3,100 tickets, and there can be 15 people in a guild, but that's not a hard cap. If you cycle alts in and out of the guild, then you can earn even more tickets than that. But in practice, I made a Reddit poll about how many tickets have your guild earned, and here are the results. So out of 623 total votes, 174 had earned under 25,000 tickets. Only 24 had earned more than 46,500. This is from the first fair. I expect that for the second fair, the numbers are going to be higher, especially the number of guilds that are going to do some alt cycling potentially. But still, it shows that the vast majority of people missed out on a whole lot of rewards. And this ticket system, this is pretty brutal. It's too demanding for most guilds. There's a lot of pressure. This has got a lot of conflict within the guilds. And also people are leaving guilds, people are joining guilds. Membership shuffles because you might not be allowed to play with your friends if you have different goals in the game than your friends. And that's never good. So I think this is just a little bit too much pressure on most people. The current workaround to this system is to have 14 mains in a guild, and then one slot where you shuffle in alts for tickets. My guild does this, for example. A limited number of more hardcore players can ensure that everyone gets their tickets. My guild has like 4 or 5 people who just rolled an alt and said, hey, we want to get max tickets, we really want to play this game a lot. And then we have some people who play a little bit less. I mean, they all complete their weeklies, they complete most of their dailies, but they don't get everything done. But with a couple of alts, yeah, boom, we can easily get all the tickets. And hey, even if one of the more hardcore players for some reason can't make it in a day, I mean, life happens. Sometimes you just can't log into a game for a day. It doesn't matter. We're still going to reach the cap of tickets. So this is the workaround that takes off almost all of the pressure. So that makes it actually even much more fun. But I don't think having a workaround for this is ideal. I would love Blizzard to solve this. One step towards a real solution could be designing the reward tree so that it's even more front-loaded than it's currently. Because we can see from the poll that there are so many guilds that just don't get that many tickets. So if people were able to get all the best stuff for even as low as 20,000, 25,000 tickets, and then there would be stretch goals that people can still work towards if they want more, then that could help smaller guilds, that could help less active guilds to also stay more relevant so that people don't have to jump into a different guild just because their friends don't commit the game in the same way. But even more could be done. It really depends on what is valuable, what should a guild be like. I mean, it's great that guilds matter, but full 100% active guild being forced, that again is a little bit bad. Should small guilds be viable? I actually tried to figure out kind of a system where small guilds would be viable, but it's really hard to come up with one, especially one that couldn't be abused somehow. So really small guilds probably are not going to be that great, unless of course the reward tree is very front-loaded. And then also, is it okay to ask for daily participation in a guild event? I mean, should, for example, the daily quests stack? Then again, we have daily rewards in the game already, and they don't stack either. Every day they are gone. So I suppose some level of daily participation can indeed be asked in this game. And as I kept thinking about this, this is my main suggestion. It would be a low rework solution. We also don't want them to design systems from scratch again, if possible, to avoid that, because I think this kind of system would solve pretty much all of the issues. So first of all, let's increase the ticket gains by 20%. Weekly is 1,200 tickets, daily challenge is 120 tickets. And let's implement an actual cap of 46,500 tickets for each guild. So once guild has reached that many tickets, no more tickets are contributed to the guild. I think that would also be important too, so that people wouldn't be so incentivized to roll alts and try to reach for higher and higher ticket counts. With this system, each player can earn up to 3,720 tickets. So a guild, if it wants to go to the cap, would need full effort from 12.5 players. So they don't need a full roster, and they can also miss some days. So for example, if you have full guild, everyone can miss 2 days during a week. If someone misses more, then others can also help them catch up, because there are more tickets available for a combination of players than there are tickets available in the cap for the guild. So there would be no need to create these alts, no need to cycle these alts in and out. Then Blizzard also wouldn't even have to fix the alt issue, because like if somebody wants to create alts and cycle them in and out, yeah, they could do that. And that would be a sort of a workaround to make small guilds viable, even if not a very convenient one. But if there was a hard cap, and if there was already ways that the full guild can mitigate, so anyone missing a day or even 2 days, then the whole need to roll those alts is gone, so the system does not need to be patched to work against the alts. So to recap, I think Darkmoon Faire is already great, but it could be even better. And my suggestions to make it even better are to add a reroll feature for the challenges, add in-game explanations for the modifiers, add a 24-hour period to claim the rewards after the fair ends, front-load the reward tree more so that smaller guilds have easier time getting the main rewards, and increase ticket gains by 20% together with implementing a hard cap of 46,500 tickets per guild. I think with these quality of life improvements, Darkmoon Faire could be something really, truly special. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.